Here we are once again for another video on what to buy this week in GTA Online. This weekly update runs from May 1st to May 7th. We've honestly had some good weeks lately, Titan Job, Hangar, Green Farms and the Acid Lab, but this week bonuses are pretty weak and the discounts aren't great either. Still, I've tried to pick out the best options for you. Thanks for being here once again. If it's your first time, consider subscribing, drop a like and let's dive in. As always, starting with the property discount this week, we've got salvage yards at 40% off, along with all the upgrades and modifications. There are a total of 5 locations you can buy, with regular prices ranging from $1.6 to $2.6 million, but with the discount they drop to just $972,000 to around $1.6 million. As for the renovations, like I mentioned, they're also discounted. This week I recommend picking up all of them, though without the discount some of them really aren't worth it, like the trade rates or the wall safe, since they don't do much, to be honest. Like the wall safe just increases the capacity, like your business already has a wall safe. Without the discounts, all the upgrades will cost you about $3 million, but this week you can get everything for just $1.8 million. With the salvage yard, you've got 3 ways to make money, 2 active and 1 passive, which is the wall save I just mentioned. The most popular one is the vehicle robberies. These are basically heists but with cars. You've got 1 scope mission, 2 mandatory setups and 3 tasks. After completing those 6, you can start the finale. There are 5 different robberies in total. They are all really fun and pay around $250,000 to $400,000, and each run takes about 45 minutes. It's definitely not the best money making method in the game, but it's still a good cash for the amount of fun you'll have. And sometimes you'll also get calls from the robbery list that you can go out and collect for yourself. The salvage yard also offers the tow truck services, and those are actually paying out double money in RP this week. You can buy one of the available tow trucks through the upgrades. The missions are simple. You just head to a location, tow a vehicle and bring it back to the yard. It takes between 1 and 2 in-game days to salvage, and this week it pays between $60,000 and $80,000 with the bonus. Plus, as you do these services, the income from your wall safe increases, which is super interesting. You can earn up to $24,000 per in-game day, which is 48 minutes, after completing 4 tow services. Just keep in mind that this amount drops over time if you don't keep doing them. I won't go too deep into details here. I actually posted a full video on Thursday explaining everything you need to know about the salvage yard, so if you're interested, go check it out. Over at Legendary Motorsport, we've got discounts on all open wheel cars or F1 cars, whichever you prefer to call them. The best one is by far the Benefactor BR8, which has a 40% discount this week, and it's the one I recommend picking up if you're looking for a car like this. Normally it will cost $3.4 million, but this week it's down to just $2 million, a great price. It has a better overall speed and acceleration than the others, and in many cases it's even faster than the top HSW vehicles in the game. Mainly because it handles turns insanely well and brakes are just as impressive. It also has a speed boost, making it even faster. As for customization, surprisingly it has more than I expected. Front wings, exhausts, a nice variety of liveries, all of which look really nice, plus skirts, spoilers and wheels. This car is extremely fun to drive, but unfortunately it's also extremely fragile. The slightest bump and it starts falling apart. Another fun thing you can try and do, and I'm pretty sure you can do this with every open wheel car, it's wall riding. It can be tricky to actually get on the wall, but it's possible. Tunnels are usually the best spots for that, but with all the lights, pipes and other obstacles, it can get messy. You probably won't stay on the wall for too long though. And finally, with the weekly update, open wheel racers are back and paying an insane 4 times money in RP. You don't need to own a car to participate, but having your own is really cool. You can head over to the circle at Legion Square and either host a lobby or go on call, which will search for a race automatically. Super useful, especially on PC where almost no one does these races or these types of jobs anymore. These races are really fun, and with quadruple rewards, they're even better. So if you've been thinking about getting an F1 car, now is the time. Next on our list, we've got the Calico GTF from Southern San Andreas, with another 40% discount. It normally costs $1.5 million, but right now it's down to just $900K. This car has amazing acceleration. Seriously, I didn't expect it to be this good. The top speed is also incredible, the brakes are okay, but the handling is definitely its weakest point. Sure, it's fast, but if you keep accelerating through corners, it just doesn't turn. Still, I think it's a great car and definitely worth it. When it comes to customization, this thing has a lot. If you're looking for a car to customize with tons of options, this is it. Just as a quick example, it has 23 spoiler options, 25 skirt options, and 27 roof options. And that's just the beginning. You also get mudguards, headlight covers, fog lights, fenders, and much more. Seriously, really good. I went ahead and did all the performance upgrades I could, then I picked a simple livery. I didn't want to go too flashy on this one and just customize some of the smaller details. This is how it turns out. I'm honestly not that great at customizing cars, never have been, but let me know down in the comments what you think of this build. As you can see, really good car, amazing acceleration, great top speed, just lacking in handling. I'd say it's worth the price this week, so if you got some money to spare, go for it, it's a lot of fun. And lastly on our list, before we move on to the honorable mentions, we've got the Caracara 4x4. Once again with a 40% discount from the Southern San Andreas website under the off-road category. It's usually priced at $875,000, which isn't bad at all, but now it's down to just $500,000, so it's really good. Starting with the customization, there's actually a good amount here too, not as much as the Calico, but still plenty to mess around with. It has a good acceleration, not an insane top speed, but it's decent for an off-roader. Speaking of which, is actually really good at off-roading. It handles super well and stays planted even when you go over small jumps or bumps. I honestly really enjoy driving it, plus I think it looks really nice. There's also the Pursuit version of the Caracara. It doesn't change much in terms of performance. The only real difference are the customizations, the police lights of course, and the fact that you can equip a missile lock-on jammer. However, the price difference is just ridiculous. From $500,000 to like 5.3 million, that's crazy. So yeah, this is just a quick random fact. Moving on to honorable mentions, there's really nothing good on the websites this week, so let's get straight to the LS car meet. The prize right this week is the Abe iWagon, which you can win by placing top 5 in a race for 2 days in a row. Not bad, but the car itself isn't great. Still, it's free, so you got nothing to lose. If you don't like it, no money wasted. On the test track this week, we've got the Dubachi Exemplar for 200k, the BF Rifter for 75k, and the Benefactor Surano for 100k. These are all pretty good, removed and cheap cars, so if you like any of them, go for it, and again, if you don't, no big loss. This week's podium vehicle at the casino is the Emperor ETR1 with the Kronos livery. Now this is a really great car, and you should definitely try and win it this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. And finally, moving on to this week's recap, starting with the money bonuses, we've got double money in RP on tow truck services from the salvage yard and payphone hits from the agency, which are paying 4 times money for GTA Plus members. And as I mentioned earlier, open wheel races are paying 4 times money NRP as well. On the gun van this week, for weapons, we've got the L Strickler, combat shotgun, military rifle, and heavy rifle, which is 30% off for GTA Plus members, although honestly not really worth it, as well as the double barrel shotgun, machine pistol, and the knife. For throwables, we've got the proximity mines, molotovs, and tear gas, and of course body armor as usual. This week's regular time trial is Mount Gordo, the Junk Energy time trial is Mount Chiliad, the HSW time trial is Wind Farms, and the RC Bandito time trial is Richard's Majestic. The priority file at the Garment Factory this week is the Brute Force file. At the salvage yard, you can get the Dinka Segoy by completing the Duggan robbery, the Phantom F-36 from the McToney robbery, and the Tundra Panther from the Cargo Shape robbery. Once again, none of these are collectible. At Simeon's dealership this week, we've got the Inventaro Coquette, probably the best pick here, the Canis Kalahari, Albany Roosevelt, Benefactor Strader, and the BF Raptor, all removed vehicles. And over luxury autos, we've got 2 of the open wheel cars already on discount this week through the website. And that is it for what you should invest in this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Honestly, a pretty bad week, both in terms of money making opportunities and discounts, but hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you think down in the comments, leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any of these videos, and I'll see you in the next one.